How are we going to start this show?
How are we going to start this show?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
How are we going to start the show?
I don't know. What do you mean?
We got to say something smart so people know we're intelligent. Right? We can't wing this. People are going to be listening.
That's a joke. I don't know nothing. Do you know anything?
I have no idea. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, let's find out what they know.
All right. Well, let's start the show then.
Give me a
Can we
second,
start the
each
show?
person.
Can we start the show now?
Dude, what the hell are you talking about? Let's go.
Yo, welcome. Oh, look who we got here, man. This is Se7en over there. I'm Stein, and this is my co-host, Se7en.
The glorious co-host. Thank you very
Right?
much. How are you doing today, Steiny?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
okay,
an
man.
international recording. I'm coming from the East Coast of the United States, and you're coming from...
Live and direct from the Eastern United Kingdom.
Oh, man, I thought you were coming from Liberia. I don't know.
Yeah.
So how's
Well,
everything
you know,
going? This is
I'm a rap.
this is our first podcast, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Right?
man, it's exciting. I mean, a lot of people have been wondering what this whole 2WL thing is all about, and
Yeah, 2
we
week
finally
links.
get to show them we've been planning to do.
Yeah, man, 2 week links. Someday we'll explain what the 2 week links means, but maybe not today. We'll keep it secret for a little while.
I mean, I'm weak. I mean, that helps. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. We'll find out.
I don't know. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not.
Yeah. So, I mean, tell me, Stein. I mean, we're not gonna talk like to ourselves all day, because sometimes you make me a little sleepy. You know, when you rattle on. I don't know. So I'm hoping that we have somebody else to talk to today. I don't know.
Sleepy.
Sleepy. I get a little
probably
sleepy because we're on different time zones. So I get a little sleepy because it's late for me. It's early for you. So sometimes I just play recordings back of you in my ear as I sleep, and it's just lullaby. It's like a lullaby.
That's nice. That's beautiful. You just came from the pub anyways, so you're probably sleepy. What did you drink? A couple Guinness? 2, 3, 4, 5
A
Guinness?
few whiskeys.
Whiskeys?
Are you asking me what I'm drinking? Okay. Cornucopia style.
No.
No, not okay. I am. I had a few. I'm a whiskey man. I'm not a big drinker really, but if I was to drink, it would be whiskey. I drink once a week, really, man. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I come back all whiskeyed up. I only had 2 though, so I'm being good. What about you, Stein? What you been doing today?
I don't know, man.
Apart from looking extra sexy.
You're like, I'd rather owe you than you owe me. At least I'm one up on you. You know.
Nice,
No,
good
I
deal.
haven't been up to much, man. It's cold up here. I'm up in New England, so it's cold. So I'm just cold, staying indoors as much as I can. I was thinking about starting an art gallery.
I mean, you look.
I always said that I look like I'm in an art gallery, which is all right. I don't mind it.
Well, you got the look for it. I mean, it's the leopard print, specs. It's the slick back hair. It's the turtleneck. It's all it's really attractive.
Oh, well, thank you very much, man. I
That's okay,
really
man.
appreciate that. I wish
Style.
we didn't live so far apart. We could start a great
Something would have
relationship,
occurred.
man.
I'm telling you now, man. It's probably a good thing there's a whole body of water in between us.
That's true. That's true because it's too cold for me to swim that far, anyways. But hey, we got our guest today. Our first guest. Do you know who it is? Can you guess who it is?
So, I mean, there's rumors in the sphere, right? In the space, there's rumors, and I heard it was a gentleman who has his own YouTube channel, and he's spreading the love with Cardano out there, and I'm not sure exactly who it is. Maybe you can enlighten us.
Well, like you said, he does have his own YouTube channel, and I'd like to bring him in right now. And I'm gonna put him on the big screen. His moniker is Fryler. Here we go.
Woo!
There's Fryler right there, man.
Fryler, what's going on, baby?
Hey.
Not much, guys. Thank you for having me on the channel. Really appreciate being here. It's great to see
man.
you guys. Listening to your banter back and forth, I gotta say the bromance is very strong. I have my guess on what 2 week link might mean. But I'll let you guys tell us in time when you're ready. You know what I mean? Hey,
Listen,
hey, let me
listen.
tell you something, Fryler. You know, I be selling those only need picks, right? The highest bidder is always somebody called Stein with a dollar sign for an S. And he's
but
thinking,
it's
hey,
Stein 6-9. It can't be Stein
Stein
6-6.
Stein 6-9.
They're different numbers.
Boy, I think
I know.
you guys are killing me. You guys are killing me.
He's getting all the need picks. He loves them.
Yeah, you got to come down and cost, man. He says it's killing him. You can't pay that much for need picks anymore.
I can't.
With inflation,
OnlyFans, OnlyFans, only knees.
Only knees, man.
Only knees, man.
Yeah. Go check me out. I'm 7 knees.
Feet. I'm so behind on, all that stuff. I don't know.
Well,
what's that? No, don't worry. I'll send you a couple pictures, and that might get you like dipping your feet in the water, and you'll get excited
the first
about
one's
it.
free. I get it, man.
Yeah, exactly. And then I get you hooked. Exactly.
Makes sense.
So, Fryler, tell us a little bit about yourself, my man.
7.
Where are you from?
What? Your mic's getting a little clip in there, buddy.
My mic's clipping. Let me bring it down.
Little staticky.
Bring it down an octave. You're much louder than the mic. Mic can't handle you. So
too much for the mic.
That's right, man. Too much for yourself sometimes.
That's all right. That's all right.
I'm over on the West Coast right now, living in Oregon. So I come from Alaska though, but might move soon here. I want to go somewhere sunny, but right now I just I got a construction company that's kind of failing a little bit. It's hard to get work, so just doing the family thing. I got the YouTube, doing the crypto shit. So
build dog houses.
Build dog houses.
Yeah, sure.
Do dogs have a lot of money?
Oh, but their owners do.
I mean, some people look at
probably get 500 over what you pay for a doghouse.
How long you been in the construction game for?
Pretty much my whole life, man. Like I said, I come from Alaska, so I've been peeling logs since I was 8 years old for log cabins and just working under the table. I got to Oregon. I couldn't work in construction when I got here. I got here when I was 15, so I got a job at Taco Bell when I was 15 and worked until I was like 18 and can get a job, at a trailer plant and just work my way up. So before I started my own construction company, I'd worked my way up to foreman of federal projects. We were modernizing federal buildings and stuff. So, I took it for a while before I decided to go off on my own. But
were you modifying prisons?
No. It was like
when you met Se7en?
Yeah.
Is that where you met Se7en and modifying a prison? He was looking out the fucking window. He's like, "Yo,
yeah,
help me."
Yeah, we were sellies.
We're sellies. Sellies. No prison talk.
So, hey, tell us about your YouTube channel, man. You got crypto on the mind over there, huh?
Yeah. So, like I said, I come from a construction background, and when I found crypto, at the time, I'd been paying like 13% of my income into a 401k, really trying to map out my retirement and just getting, financially literate for the first time in my life, because we're not taught those things young. And when I found crypto, it was like this light just went off, Beforehand, I was looking at maybe retiring at 65 with not as much money as I'd really hoped, and with inflation and the way things go, maybe not nearly as much money as I'd hoped. Almost nothing from Social Security. So to me, the financial plan, it didn't make sense. The traditional retirement plan didn't make sense for me. I didn't like it, And so when I found crypto, like I said, a light just went off. Here's a chance to fix the financial system that I already didn't like. Here's a chance to better my financial system or my financial position, and in my mind, achieve financial freedom. And so, I started just really diving into it and just really going deep and trying to talk to anybody about it that would listen. The people that I did know that were into crypto weren't that into crypto. You know what I mean? They wanted to just buy it and leave it on the exchange. I remember the guy that told me about ADA. I went home that weekend. I bought ADA.
What's ADA? That's Cardano, right?
Cardano. Yep.
All right.
The best. So in any case, I got it staking and everything. And I go back to work on Monday and I'm like, hey man, I did it all. I got it staked. He's like, staking? No, leave it on the exchange. They'll pay you. I'm like, no, man, no, not your keys, not your tokens. And I started educating him 2 days later, and he refused to ever get it off the exchange. Some people don't want to, they don't see what I see necessarily in it. But so I started the YouTube channel to help just educate just basic people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be the smartest guy on YouTube. I'll never be in that bracket. There's a lot of people
we're gonna leave that up to Se7en. He's working on that.
Absolutely. Well, no. Seven can't be most handsome and smartest. Stay in your lane.
Oh, come
Okay.
on.
Oh my
Let
goodness.
some other
Jeez.
ugly
Have you
smart
been
guy
drinking
have that.
today,
Hold on.
Fryler? Have you
Hold
been
on. I
It's
drinking
10
think
in
before?
the morning. I
Was
have
you at the
not,
pub?
bro.
Fryler.
It's too,
I think we got a bromance happening there, man. What the hell?
You was at the pub, weren't you? Next, I thought I recognized you in the pub drinking all that whiskey, huh?
Well, when I
Yeah.
when when I
my
when I
girlfriend's
when
gonna
I got
watch this.
into
Don't do that.
when I got into crypto, I got financial freedom from my money. That's what happened to me.
You liberated all your
Yeah.
money.
I liberated my
Yeah.
money. I was like, hey, I'm free. I don't have to worry about carrying around all these hundos anymore.
There you go. That's all in crypto. It's all in
Yup.
NFTs.
Well, you buy high, sell low. That's what I was
Oh,
taught.
I'm familiar. Oh, yeah.
You
And
get it. You
that's
get in
the
right at the
standard.
peak. I run the crypto space. I just want you to know that. So when I'm going to buy something, I'll let you know. And as soon as I buy, it tanks. So
Oh, dude, it's
Give
so
us
funny you
all a
say that because
notification.
it seems like that's so true, right? For so many of us, if you sell, it pumps. If you buy, buy.
I wonder if the markets actually follow your program that you're buying from, and it's all the stuff is just fake. It's just
You
like,
think it's all a big manipulation, huh?
yep, just a
It's
big
just, yup,
manipulation.
just
Oh, Stein's buying.
keep
All right,
saying
well,
more.
drop his.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that, but so Fryler, I wanted to know what kind of prompted you or made you feel like, hey, YouTube is a thing I want to do. I know you touched on it briefly a few minutes ago, but what, like, because I know you said you were trying to explain it to people, some friends, and of course, crypto is quite a difficult thing to understand, to concept to grasp. So, yeah, what kind of got you into saying, hey, you know what, I want to start teaching people how to do things, or do you do like what do you do on YouTube as well for the people who don't know about you?
So I definitely started with the mindset of trying to do like tutorials and educational pieces and things like that. So a lot about just how to set up a wallet, basics, staking, how to participate in DeFi. I've also branched a lot into NFTs just because that's kind of what I know, do what you know, and I'm really passionate about them. So I like talking about them. So I've kind of been doing more of that lately, but what really started the YouTube thing was back when I was first getting into the crypto. And like I said, I couldn't talk to anybody in real life. So I went on Twitter and I found people on Twitter. And I actually had just like a very generic Twitter. It wasn't even a picture of me. It just said John Smith and a series of numbers. I didn't
Mm.
figure I needed a Twitter. I just wanted to go get news. You know what I mean? So in any case, I got on there and I started asking some questions about how to run a stake pool. I was really interested in, any passive income that I could have. I was already staking ADA for a return. And then I thought maybe if I could learn the hardware requirements and everything to run a stake
So
pool.
what's a staking pool?
So the people who validate the transactions on the network have to run a stake pool, which does that. So they put out their own equipment and electricity and things like that. So basically, just validate all the transactions for the network. And
Okay.
when blocks are produced, they get paid out. And then they pay out their delegators, of course. So in any case, I started asking questions and I felt like a huge imposter, one, like I'm just coming into it. I felt like I was late. Here I come in asking questions from people on really technical stuff like, hey, how do I do what you do? You know what I mean? And not a lot of people responded, but one person did. They actually DM'd me. They're a really nice person. And they kind of told me like, hey, here's where you get started with some material. And they gave me all these links and everything. And so I went and I followed those links and I immediately realized like, I'm way over my head here. I can't possibly do that right now. But the thing that stood out to me was that stake pools needed to be able to advertise and needed to drive traffic some way. And so I thought, why not kill two birds with one stone? I could start a YouTube. If it does well one day, maybe it'll drive traffic to a stake pool. If not, it keeps me engaged. It keeps me active. It got me into the community. I felt like, and I'm just trying to provide value in some way that I can at this point. You know what I mean?
Mm.
The YouTube thing is definitely a side gig. You know what I mean? I do it when I can. I definitely am always thinking about new videos to produce, but it's not something that I've been able to do like full time or anything. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to necessarily compete with the big influencers or trying to get huge or nothing like that. Like if that happened, then we'll cross
Cool,
that
yeah.
bridge and come to it. But for now, I'm just having fun. You know what I mean? And engaging with the community.
Excellent.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead,
go on,
Se7en.
Stein. Well, basically, I am with you. If you don't have it's it's good to have goals, right? So it's good to say, I'd like to be here in X amount of time. I'd like to have X amount of followers. I'd like to have X amount of subscribers and X amount of views and stuff. But if you keep pushing, with the mentality that you just said there, you want to help people. If as long as you want to help people, uh, they will come, right? If you build it, they will come, right? So if you, I like your YouTube because you can tell that you're a guy who just wants to help. You're not in it
Thank
for
you.
the glory and the success and if it comes, it's great, but you're in it to help people. And that's what I like about your YouTube, man. Absolutely. So I'm with
Absolutely.
you.
I appreciate that. I'm glad that that's coming out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it too. Let me ask you a couple more questions, or one more question. You're with us, right? We're over here at the Cornucopias Games, right? That's a metaverse that we're all involved in. And how do you see yourself over there? Is that your main investing right now? Is Cornucopias, or do you do other investing with other NFT projects?
Oh yeah,
That's
I'm
cool.
invested in a lot of NFT projects. I started investing in NFTs on Cardano in April 2021, so right very near the beginning. It's been incredibly lucrative for me, so I keep doing it. I do have several projects that I like to support, but Cornucopias has definitely become one of the major projects, if not my main bag at the moment, and definitely one that I'm most excited for, one that I definitely have tried to support very strongly and be involved with. And it's been an incredibly receptive community. I love them so much. Everybody in the Cornucopias Discord, shout out to all those guys because you're all awesome. Incredibly supportive. For some numbers for you guys, if I make a YouTube video that's not about cornucopias, I'm lucky if I break 200 views. If I make a video about cornucopias, I will quadruple that. It's absolutely incredible. It's insane. It's so
Yeah, the
supportive. I
community
love those
comes
guys.
together. The community comes together to support their own. I agree with you. It's that's one of the beautiful things that I found about cornucopias is from just speaking from my experience, with the music that I made for cornucopias in the past. I remember from day one, cornucopias themselves would share it, and that's quite an unheard of thing. It does happen, but yeah, no, I agree with you with the community. They do really show the support. They do come when you need them to, right? And yeah, I love your cornucopias content. I love it. Something I wanted to find out though was because we touched on this when we had a chat before the other day. What what would you say is some of the obstacles or some of the more difficult things that you encounter when trying to make content for YouTube? Yeah, what kind of obstacles do you you know come your way when you're thinking, hey, I want to make something for cornucopias, or I want to make something for another project, or yeah, what kind of troubles do you find on that journey?
Cornucopias is some of the more difficult videos for me to make just because I put so much pressure on myself to be accurate with the information I'm presenting and to present a full picture as well. So when you got something as complex and huge as cornucopias, it's really easy for me when I'm talking to veer off script, go off on a tangent, and just try to do too much too quick. I really have to work on how I structure those segments, and I have to really script it out and review it and make sure, oh man, I forgot to mention that. That was really important. So Cornucopias is one of those that I can't just like sit down and go off on the fly. Some videos, it's a lot easier. I'm just kind of like reading their white paper or whatever, so I pick out a few highlights, but I don't need to go over all of it. Cornucopias, there's so much important details everywhere. People are always asking questions, you know what I mean? So I feel like I have a duty to try to provide really accurate information. I get caught up in it.
Okay.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. Well, I'm with Cornucopias as well, and Se7en. I mean, if people are watching this video, the first people that will probably watch this video are our guild mates at
Some
Corn
of the
Mafia
mafia.
Guild.
Yep.
Yeah. So Frylers in Corn Mafia Guild as well.
Yeah, and that's another question. What why is well, I'm just gonna lay it out there. Why Core Mafia? What happened when you first found out about? Were you aware about guilds in games prior to Cornucopias? And you know, looking into Corn Mafia and the Knights and all the other the guilds that are in cornucopias, what kind of led you to pick the Corn Mafia?
So yeah, I'm familiar with the concept of guilds. I've never been in a game guild before though, and I was aware of the Corn Mafia and the Knights Guild and the smaller ones
Mm.
several months before I'd ever joined Corn Mafia. In fact, the first Discord I joined was the Knights, I believe. And I was just feeling out both. I have a lot of friends in the community that were members of Corn Mafia, a lot that were members of Knights. I thought there was really great aspects of both, and I saw that they were both building, before the game, and so I saw that as really enticing. I chose Corn Mafia because I had a really great warm reception there. I have a lot of really good friends there. Not the main reason I chose them, but that was part of the reason why I started spending more time there. Part of the fact that you guys also have the largest land and domes holdings, I saw them as just maybe a step ahead of the competition in regards to those things, and then I just kind of clicked with you guys, and then you guys asked me if I might be interested in making some content, and then I was like, oh yeah, definitely these guys, you know what I mean? Like, I love to support people that want to support me too. Like, that's one thing I'm really active about too. There's a lot of people in the community that I try really hard to support as well. Se7en, you're one of them, as an artist that I really like and enjoy your music, and then just also as, another Corn Mafia Cornucopias member. So
Yeah, I'm supporting Se7en right now. It's
and I'm gonna buy art at your gallery one day when I can afford it.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say
Promise.
we're gonna buy some. We got to buy some Steiny art. Oh.
Now the problem is
I
my
know
art
he's probably
gallery.
hungry over there.
My art gallery is just full of Russian artwork, and I don't know how to unload it now. It's not in style.
Yeah, there's actually an element of truth to that. But he does own a lot of art as well. So actually,
So
this does suit him very well. That art gallery thing, yeah. But
You don't
so
just happen into the ponytail, man.
no,
There's a
that thing
road that takes you to the ponytail.
that's a decision
His
you
was art.
made years ago. You made that decision. I want to be art guy. That's what I want to be known as.
I want to be art guy. My name is Dita.
Do you have a blacker turtleneck, or is that the only shade?
What's that?
Do you have a darker black turtleneck?
Listen, man, this is as dark
Does
as you
that
can go.
exist?
This is as
Oh
dark
yeah,
as
they're
you can
slightly
go.
dark.
Yeah, man. See,
I bet you got loads of colors.
I got one with a little white piece right here, but I only wear that out in public.
When you're babysitting.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I don't
and then when you
babysit
get
anymore, though.
to get some extra donuts or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I go out, I get free donuts. I'm like, oh, Padre. Oh, yes.
Oh, Padre. Let's give him the Padre special.
That's how it goes, man. You got to get the free beer when you can and the free donuts. I see you're drinking a little cerveza there, my friend.
Well, no, that's not a beer. It's just some drink. But I mean, talking about free, that's one of the things that just to go back to cornucopias, recently in there, actually a question I have for you, Fryler. Do you have any intention on, maybe you don't, but because I know myself and Scruffy have covered a few of the mints before. We streamed the mints. Have you thought about doing that with your YouTube channel, kind of covering the next or any of the cornucopias mints?
Yeah, definitely. I've thought about it. I just haven't, One I always thought, I'm like, man, those guys are already streaming it, and those guys are like, real
Yeah, but
YouTube.
there's plenty of space, man.
No, dude, no, we're not real YouTubers. We're not. We're all the same, man. We're all the same, trying to get it right.
Yeah,
I appreciate that, man. It's starting to feel
I would
more
love
like
to
that.
see you. Yeah.
Well,
I'd
there's
love to
plenty of
see you
space on
doing
YouTube.
that.
Plenty of space on YouTube for everybody. I mean, that's why we started this, because, I need to take up space somewhere. Jeez.
You
But
got
yeah,
so
man,
much art, man.
I'm interested in streaming it. I've never live streamed anything, so I need to maybe figure out how to do that first. So
Yeah,
I want to live
dude,
stream mints, man. I want to move into streaming the game when it comes out, so that's going to be soon. We're going to have the racing coming out
Ooh.
quarter 2 this year, so I better figure it out, man.
Yeah, I mean it's not too hard to figure it out. I think you have a nat. I mean, I'm about to blow some smoke up right now, but I think you have the energy and the vibe, man, to speak to people live. I think you can do it, and that Steiny and I and everybody, we always support you with it, man, because I think you have that thing that can keep people, because it's difficult while you're streaming. You have to try to keep people engaged, and you have to just learn to not shut up. You have to consistently just
That's
speak.
that's pretty easy
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
You
It's
know.
easy for you, Stein.
Well,
God, I've never met a man that speaks so much as you.
oy vey.
Good Lord, man. The vocals. How is your
Well,
throat not sore on a daily
I
basis? You do throat massage.
my
I
my
bet you
best
do.
friend is my cat, so what am I gonna do?
Feel for that kitty. I feel for that kitty. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Fryler, tell me something, man. Because you're a YouTuber and you're building your YouTube channel up, and 2, 3, 4 years from now, I remember listening to a space that Cornucopias was in with Farmer Nash, and what Cornucopias was saying is like you can build a community outside of Cornucopias, outside of the metaverse, build the community, bring them in, right? Whether you have 10, 20, 50, 100K, whatever, followers, subscribers, you bring them into the metaverse. You can say, hey, guys, I'm running a game. I'm running a PvP. And this is the cost of entry. It's gonna be $5, $10, 20 copy, 100 copy, whatever the case is. Now I'm thinking in terms of for you, right? In terms of you're obviously gonna be building throughout the years, and you're gonna keep at it, which is great. One of my questions for you is to get those people, what makes a good YouTube video? What makes a good YouTube video for crypto specifically, and for the Web3 space? What do you look at when you watch your videos and go, I'm missing this, or I'm great, I'm glad I have this in? Because with me and music, I know what I miss. I know what I should add in. I'm like, this is what would make a good track. This is what makes a crap track. For you, how does that go down with you?
Yeah, man, it's tough. I feel like obviously, you got to have a catchy intro, something that grabs the audience, right? So a lot of people use a question, that they want answered. I'm in a tough place sometimes because I sometimes have this negative connotation for influencers, right? You know what I mean? I don't think anything bad about influencers, but I feel like sometimes there's that negative aspect to it because to me it comes off as disingenuous or just trying to show something. You know what I mean? And I never want to come across as that. So one thing I have a really hard time with is making something that's really catchy, really punchy, that's not going to be clickbait. So, for instance, I made a video about the Kopi token, and I believe 100% myself, not financial advice, please always do your own research. I believe 100% that the Kopi token will see a 100x gain from here. It will see more than that. You know what I mean? And so I made a video where I said modestly, in my opinion, 100 times potential, question mark, you know what I mean? And I didn't even want to post it on my Twitter because I felt like, man, here I am, influencer Fryler out here just trying to pump somebody into thinking that I'm some crypto genius. You're gonna get rich, you know what I mean? And like, even though I genuinely believe it, I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I want people to know because I want them to know about the opportunity. I have this internal battle about it, you know what I mean? So to answer the question, it's got to be really catchy. Sorry, I had to include all that.
No problem, man.
Great. But one thing I want you to not feel, this is one thing. Look, I've been in crypto since 2017, maybe just before. And one thing one of the most certain things that I've learned throughout my journey doing like in crypto is nobody knows a fucking thing. Nobody knows anything. People can act like they can do all the TA in the world. All you need is one thing to go wrong and everything can crash. And no one knows when the next bull's going to happen. Everybody can claim, the bull's going to start at the end of the year. It's already started. I seen one guy said, no, we're not in a bear. We're just in a massive dip. Like, what do you think a goddamn bear is, man?
That's
we're just in an extended period of dip. That's all we're in. Like,
I'm in a dip, man.
So don't ever have that in your head. Don't ever have that in your head like, oh, I'm not a crypto guy. Because look, you can put 2 and 2 together, right? You can say to yourself, I'm just going based off of what you just said now with your video about the 100x. You can do your research. You can go, okay, let's look at the other metaverses. Let's look at what they did. Let's look at the game quality. Let's look at the community. And you can kind of deduce from that and say, oh, well, so I can see how you can come to something like that. So I don't ever want you to be like, I'm imposter syndrome or I don't know nothing, because it's still your 2 cents, and your 2 cents is just as valid as any other influencers. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. And I think you said something that's probably the best advice that you might ever hear, is that nobody actually knows, right? Even if you're right 10 times in a row, you went off the data. Sure, you went with the best choice, but you could always be wrong because nobody knows in crypto. And I learned that over the last bull run as well, just watching people that I'd started following really closely because they had a great track record be just absolutely, utterly wrong. And there were times that I went against the grain and found success. You know what I mean? So please, everybody out there, don't be afraid to go against the grain. Don't be afraid to do your own research and come to your own conclusions, even if you are trusting other people's opinions. You know what I mean?
Would you do me a favor? We're going to have to send you a link though, because that was 50 quid for that advice. So
you can send it to Fryler.
Fryler. I'll take 50 Kobe for it.
You got to give him that one free? All right, give him that one free. All right. We usually charge for that kind of advice, but this is not financial advice at all. This channel has nothing to do with financial advice. I only charge to Stein 69. That's the only person I charge to. Everyone else gets free knee picks. That's not even my
Ronda's
name
got
anymore.
Free already. I sent him in the DMs. I slid in my knees slid into his DMs.
Man, I don't understand that. I don't like to wake up in the morning and look at a knee.
That's scary.
I'm like, what is this? Is this?
Do you not have these?
I'm
What's
praying
wrong
to
with
God
your
this is
knees?
your knee.
Hey man, you're gonna need a picture of the knee.
Oh man, yeah.
No man, so okay, so look, I love that you're in the cornucopias, and you know, I love that it's like your main bag, like you said, and it's your main thing. Are you one of these people that, like, for me, the old advice of don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's very true. It's a good piece of advice.
Yeah, but it's so much easier to carry them in the house.
But it's so much easier to carry in a Kopi bag. Just my
it's
Kopi.
so much
it's
easier.
so much easier. You know,
all my eggs in the same basket. Have you ever tried to take in a dozen eggs one at a time? It's going to take you forever.
It takes a long time.
Right. And then where are you going to put all these damn baskets? You know what I mean?
I don't have enough money for baskets.
No, Stein's room is too filled up with art, man. You don't have no
give me some baskets. Jeez.
Yeah. To that effect, man, I'm more of a do as I say, not as I do type of person, right? Because
me too.
I kind of have all my eggs in the Cardano basket. Cardano wasn't even, or ADA wasn't even the first cryptocurrency I bought. It was actually ETH. And that's why I love ADA so much. I bought ETH in the bull market. Like I said, I started in April 2021. And I bought ETH and I went, and I was deep in the rabbit hole. I wanted to go take advantage of something that was like launching on Polygon or something like that. I wanted to get in early on it. So I sent like $500 over there and I'm like, I lost $100 moving it there. I lost $100 signing another transaction. I didn't even know why I was signing that. I just signed a transaction. Where's my money going? By the time I got what I wanted, I got like $50 of it and I couldn't even move it out. You know what I mean? And I had the worst experience, and that's why I love Cardano. And I'm heavily invested in ADA and native tokens on ADA and NFTs on Cardano.
I had the first time I bought ETH, I had the same thing. I went to, liquidate it, and I had to put in an extra $10 to liquidate it. So to liquidate it into zero.
$10.
I don't know. I don't. I was like, because I didn't have enough in there for transaction fees. So when I liquidated, I was left with the negative $10. That was the smartest move I ever did. I should have just held on to that.
Nothing against ETH, right? That was mostly our mistakes, right? As not knowing anything. I'm not a Mac. I think there's going to be
because we didn't have a Fryler telling us how to do things right on the old YouTubes. And this, I think people like you are extremely important in the onboarding of Web 2 people. Now, you and Stein specifically, host a show every Wednesday on Twitter, right?
Right.
Twitter Spaces, and it's fantastic. I mean, you guys are. As a listener, I enjoy it because it's so great to hear so many different perspectives, and Fryler, you're like, well, I don't know nothing. I'm not a crypto guy, but you. Like I am just all about blowing smoke up your ass today. But you really do seem like you know what you're talking about, and you have some really good points, and so does Stein. But his don't matter unless it comes from somebody else. I know that.
My God, what the?
What do you think?
That's okay. That's why I got Fryler on there. I mean, when I don't have anything to say, Fryler's right there. I don't have to think about anything. I just point to Fryler. Fryler, what do you think?
Yeah.
Can we pass it back to Fryler for a second?
Go back to Fryler. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he's not a. he's not
Yo,
a,
what do you think? Yo, Fryler, what do you think? And Stein, what do you guys think what do you think the steps we need to take to get Web 2 people into Web 3? Do you think it's the YouTubers that are covering, because you guys spoke about how you think gaming is gonna be the first step to introducing people into Web 3, into the metaverse space. Do you think the YouTubers will have a big play in this? And what else do you think YouTubers need to do to be able to get these Web 2 folks into the Web 3 space? Because like you said, I mean, when I first started trading crypto, I lost a bunch of money too because I didn't know what I was doing. It's so complicated. It's scary. You're sending your money to a wallet address that's like 40 characters long or whatever it is, and you're like, oh God, what if I send my $500 and there's one letter out and I'm screwed, right? So
Yeah.
it can be terrifying. So what do you think the steps we need to take to be able to get people comfortable?
Yeah,
That.
so you raised an excellent point right there. The fear of moving your funds has kept so many people from moving off the exchange that I've talked to. So yeah, obviously we need to continue educating. As you said, I think that the gaming is gonna be what kind of spearheads people coming from Web 2 into the metaverse. So I think first and foremost, we need to release a really awesome game that's gonna really captivate people. And then it needs to be marketed really well to them. I think, like you said already, that YouTubers, Twitch streamers, people like that are going to be huge for onboarding because they're already huge for advertisement inside the Web 2 gaming space. So I think that that's just an easy transition. I think that a few key partnerships with the right Twitch streamers or YouTube streamers could absolutely be major for a game like Cornucopias, which is bringing AAA quality to a blockchain game. So yeah, I think that that's going to be
That's
huge
great. I
for
didn't even
us in
think
bringing
about
Web 2
that.
people in.
Yeah, I
And
didn't
what's
even think of
beautiful
it
is there.
yeah.
Sorry, go for it.
Yeah, I was just saying, sorry, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think about trying to get the Twitch streamers or the big YouTubers and say, hey, you want to play this game? You can earn money and you can tell your people about it. That's actually a really good angle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it could be huge, man. So
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's it. That's what's gonna be the deciding factor, is if we can get these people onto the Web 3, and there's still deniers. There's still people out there who say NFTs are all a scam, and I get it. I get it. People think crypto's a scam. Look at FTX. It was horrible what happened. So many people lost so much money, and it's and with the other thing that I had seen recently, I mean, I don't know how legal things work on YouTube, so I don't know if I should say names. I don't know.
I wouldn't say
But
any names. You can say my name. Say my name.
okay,
Say my
so
name.
there's a gentleman named Stein out there who sold who did an NFT project and then took a bunch of people's money, and he's very famous, this
I know
guy.
who you're talking about.
Yeah, and so and he's not delivering anything, and he is unfortunately this other gentleman. He is unfortunately in the public eye, and he is looked at by the youngsters of today, by the kids, and they're looking at him going, well, he screwed these people over. It's crypto, it's NFTs, it's all a scam. Don't go near it. So yeah, there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and I think people like you and DAP and Scruffy and all these good folks is what's going to help people. But it needs to appeal to the Web 2 folks, right? It needs to appeal to them.
I agree. And we got to get that infrastructure in place too to make it, one, either way easier and way more accessible for people, or we got to make it invisible, right? I tell people all the time in real life, I don't know about you guys, but when I talk to somebody in real life that's like, oh, what have you been up to? And I'm like, well, I got the YouTube channel and I talk about crypto. And they're like, oh, crypto. Neat. Anyway,
I don't have any friends to talk to, so it's
gotcha. Well,
I don't know.
When I bring it up, people think they're like, neat, that's crazy, bye. You know what I mean? And so,
yeah.
And I'll tell them, because I'll be like, wow, like, you really think that's going to go somewhere or anything? And I'll tell people all the time, like, you'll probably be using it in 10 years and you won't even know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I really believe that we got to make it invisible and then bring people in that way. And then by the time that they're realizing they're doing it, hopefully the infrastructure is to the point that everything's way easier, a lot more user friendly. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I just want to say that I had talked to a friend of mine I haven't talked to in quite a long time. And I told him, what I was into. I told him I was into crypto. And he's like, that's just a big Ponzi scheme, man.
Yeah.
What are you doing? And I was like, well, I don't think it's a Ponzi scheme. And I was talking to him about it, and he's like, nah, I don't believe any of that stuff. So it's really hard to get people involved with it. And
Another,
well, the one thing I learned is I don't push people into it. You know, it's like
What's the equivalent of like being a vegan and you're
I
like,
was just
hey,
gonna say that. It's
come on,
like-
you got to eat like me. You got to eat like me. And nobody wants to
Right?
hear that. Nobody wants
No.
to have you come up to their front door and push an ideology or a thing in your face. Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
And so
No matter
people
how
need to come
correct
to
you
me
might be.
naturally.
Well, I am
Was that?
vegan, so you know.
I was gonna say, no matter how correct you might be, yeah, I probably would live longer eating vegan.
Right?
Get out of my face.
But I don't
Yeah,
want to eat vegan. I
And
want
you
to
will
eat.
make a lot more money on crypto. I mean, if you pick on, I mean, I've been rugged. We've all been rugged, right?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
happens.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
and
Well, you
Yeah.
know, I thought I was going to get rugged the first time. I've told this story before. The first time I was buying an NFT was off him Cornucopias, and I had no idea what I was doing. And they were minting the Javelin, and I was like, man, this blows. And then I was blowing up my Twitter. Man, this really sucks, man. This Cornucopias, they don't know what they're doing, blah, blah, blah.
Burn them down.
Right?
Hey.
I was trying to burn them down. And then the next day, I get up and I check my wallet, and my first NFT was in there for free. And it was worth like $400, $350, whatever it was in American.
bet you deleted all them tweets.
And I
huh?
went, I deleted all my
Yeah,
tweets, and I was like,
yeah,
oh, this
see?
is a
Tail
beautiful,
between your
beautiful
legs.
concept.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. But
got the
then I was hooked
Cornucopias
because they
tattoo
gave away
now.
$1 million worth of NFTs because they had a problem with their minting, you know?
Bro, let's touch on cornucopias for a minute, because
Fine.
that's something that we all have in common. And look,
We'll put the link in the description down below.
Yeah,
And if you're
yeah.
just listening to this on a podcast, I believe it's cornucopias.io. Is that what
it
or
is.
is it
It is. And
Cornucopias
come check
Games?
out the Discord, and you know you can chat, because even my dude Fryler recently just got not upgraded. What is it when you reach the next level in your
Promoted?
promoted? He just got promoted to influencer in the Cornucopias channel. Much
Oh,
deserved.
nice.
So yeah, come on over there and say what's up to people. But I one thing you'll notice throughout these podcasts that we do, I have an extremely terrible memory, so I completely forgot what I was just talking about.
You're
It was
talking
something
about
to do with
cornucopias.
cornucopias.
So easy
Yeah.
to do, man. It's so easy
Oh,
to do.
bro, it's the years of abuse that I have about 3 brain cells left for memory, dedicated towards memory, and that's it. But yeah, cornucopias, it's what again, maybe we have spoken about this, and my memory will not tell me if we did. But what drew you to cornucopias specifically? What was it? The graphics that kind of first drew you in and was like, oh man, that's incredible? Was it, you know, the team? Was it the Kobe cafes? Because I'm not sure now what time when it is you joined the server for the first time. But what drew you into cornucopias, man?
So I just celebrated my anniversary, January 16th. I joined the Cornucopias Discord. If that
Happy
doesn't tell you
anniversary.
how invested people are in this project, knowing your Discord anniversary.
Yeah.
So
Boy, you've been in it longer than I have. Boy.
yeah, I'm an OG, bro.
Yeah, man.
So
Hey, I'm an
but
OG
I'm not.
too.
I
We're
got
all
actually,
OGs.
I got granted OG later. I wasn't early enough to be an
Oh,
OG
yeah.
in the Discord just by good graces. But in any case, kind of a funny story, man. I was invested in a different metaverse project at the time, and I never tried to be a maxi, but these guys were first. I really liked them. I had quite a few of their NFTs, you know, and they'd been having. Oh, I hate when you do full face for me.
You're
All three of those
gorgeous.
guys,
Come on,
dude, I
keep
don't
going,
like
baby.
that. You catch me by surprise every time. So in any case, I was invested in them, and I hadn't seen Cornucopias until like 2 days before the Bubble Jet mint, their first mint. And I saw the Bubble Jets, and I loved them. I love that retro, futuristic. My channel name, CryptoRama. Come on, right? I mean, it just I vibed with it immediately. I loved it. I was like, damn, these look really good. So I went and I minted them without knowing anything about the project. I hadn't had time to look into it yet. I really wanted to, but I was really busy. And so I minted zero knowledge. I had no idea what was going on. And I actually got super lucky at that mint. I'm sorry, people are going to turn off the channel now and hate me, but I got 2 rares and a mythic as my 3-pack from
Nice.
that mint. Somebody that didn't know nothing, you know what I mean? You know how many mints I'd attended and prayed for a rare and never got them? This was my first good mint. And I was like, you know what? This is a sign from the mint gods that I do need to do a deep dive here.
The
And
mint
so I
gods.
did. And dude, I just got lucky. You know what I mean? It's the best metaverse project on Cardano. That's not because I own these NFTs. If I didn't love them, I would have flipped them. I could have made a ton of cash right there, right out the gate. A Mythic Bubble Jet sold for 16,000 ADA. So they dropped down a little bit after that, but that could have been me, man. You know what I mean? But I held on to it because I see the intrinsic value going up higher in the future. Not financial advice. Don't do what I do all the time.
Well, I minted a custom dome for our guild, for our DAO.
You did,
and I got a legendary. And I was
you're like, oh, where's? Oh, it didn't come through, you guys.
Yeah, it didn't come through. I don't know what. And then it went up to like what 168,000 ADA for the dome. So
yeah,
I was like,
incredible.
Yeah, man.
You don't mint very often, Steiny, but when you do, you pull it off. You get some rares.
I try. Well, Scruffy's the one that mints every time he's throwing a mint.
Scruffy's incredible. I don't know how he does it. This man, every single mint, this guy mints one, and it's not always a super rare, but he always gets one.
Yeah,
and
for those listening though,
it's so competitive just to mint though. Especially when you get into those higher tiers. Scruffy minting every tier on YouTube. I thought that set I was like, dude, people are going to be in the chat with pitchforks. They're going to be so mad. They're like, YouTubers? The YouTuber gets it. It was a coincidence, a huge coincidence. But people love the fun.
the guy's internet is so fast. He basically is the internet. But yeah, he's it's not just the YouTubers. He was incredibly lucky, I think, and it's well deserved. He's a good dude. But yeah, no, I'm with you. For me, what drew me in was the graphics initially when I'd seen the first few YouTube videos, and also because I joined up very early in the Discord. I think I joined up in like August or July, August, September, sometime like that in 2021, right? So. And the community was very friendly. And then I don't even know what kind of possessed me to make a song about cornucopias, and I did. And then they had shared it, just like they shared your stuff, right, Fryler? And that kind of motivated you and went, well, they care about their community. They care about their creatives. And every time I watch a Copy Cafe, Josh is always going on about how he wants to support the creatives inside the metaverse, inside cornucopias. And I think the limits there are no limits. You can do so much. Talk to me a little bit about, and of course, if you want to keep it hush hush, I understand that, because I got a couple hush hush ideas in here for what I want to do in the metaverse. But is there anything you would like to do in the metaverse?
Told me about these hush hush ideas.
Man, well, they're definitely selling knee pictures. I know, Stein. I know you wanna have a dome, and then smoke out the glass, right? So that, and there's only a couple peepholes, and you want to run around naked in the dome.
That's what I want to do. I want to get a dome and have my avatar run around naked.
Yeah, and then it's like $5, $5 a pop. Go.
You can watch me run around naked for, and it's going to be anatomically correct. So I'm going to have a wheelbarrow behind.
Yeah, because you're in control of making your own character, right? So
yeah, man.
So yeah, what do you want to do? What do you want to do in the metaverse? What does Fryler want to do?
Right now, I plan to stream the game hopefully when it comes out. So I plan to play a lot. I will be, excuse me, my puppy just got home, so if it's loud.
That's okay, no worries.
But in any case, yeah, I plan to stream. So I'm definitely going to be, taking advantage of my land and participating in the main game of Cornucopias. I have some domes as well. I haven't really fleshed out the ideas fully yet. I bought a Mythic small dome for the purposes of hopefully running PvP games, because I think that in my mind, if I look at like a game like Call of Duty, like how many active servers are there at any given point supporting PvP matches? You know what I mean? So imagine
player versus player for those who don't know.
Yes. So in my head, I know people are like, well, there's so many thousands of domes, but one, they're not all going to be used for PvP. But even if they were all used for PvP, if we had 1 million users and PvP was really fun, they might all see a lot of traffic. You know what I mean? But especially the Mythic varieties, I don't think they will ever struggle, because they're going to get that advanced placement in the MSEM system. And so when there's a public lobby, they're going to get a higher chance of receiving that traffic. So I bought a high rarity dome to do whatever I might want to do in the future with, I guess. But PvP is high on my priority list because I love that demo. I thought it looked a lot of fun, and those are the games I love to play.
Can you set the dome up so I can run around naked in it, like on off hours?
I don't know, Stein.
You know, and
I
you
don't
can
know.
and you could do a
Off hours.
PvP. They can chase me around.
No,
Yeah, I
no,
mean,
you're thinking. That's not what PvP means. It's not
that's not what I meant.
PvP.
Oh
You
yeah,
feel
man,
me?
in the
Two men
documentation
sorting
is
it
for your
out.
bubble jet,
I
Stein.
gotta
You're way off
look
base.
this up on the internet. What does this say? PvP? I don't know.
Yeah, Stein's thinking of like fighting swords. You know.
Oh, is that what it is?
What's
Crossing the
wrong with you,
swords,
Stein? You
crossing the
filthy.
streams.
Yeah,
that was,
filthy.
Yeah,
that was my favorite game growing
today
up.
was weird
I
when we
loved
first
that.
got here with the stream.
Well, I loved
I
that game. It
mean,
was
you know,
awesome.
yeah, man.
Playing sword fights in a sleeping bag.
But hey, so can I ask you a question? Is it weird for the person on the interview to ask a question?
No, go ahead, man.
No, bro, go for it.
What are your plans with the dome? The ones that aren't hush hush. You got anything cooking up that you
Stein,
can
you got
share
a
with
dome,
me?
don't you?
I don't have a dome.
You don't have a dome.
No, I don't. I bought the dome for the guild.
Well, you'll always
Okay.
have access to the guild domes because they're gonna
Yes.
make that easily accessible for all of you guys. So you can still
Well,
come up with an idea.
I'll let Seven answer first.
Well,
But he has his own
personally for
dome.
me, I have a few domes and I haven't thought too much about it, but one thing I most certainly would like to do is that's a good girl right there. Brought you in some coffee. Hmm. Good. Yeah, one of the things I would like to do, I thought would be quite fun, would be there's you know the show Wipeout?
Yeah.
And like Takeshi's Castle and
Most
all these
extreme
kind of
elimination.
yeah, kind of where you have to run through things and then things will come and hit you. Like it's difficult because you don't know what you can do yet. Like what are the limitations within the dome? Right? Because we don't know
Exactly.
too much about we don't know about the game mechanics just yet. But I know that as soon as they drop any kind of game mechanics and they say this is what you can do, the ideas are just gonna flow. But I know I would love to have a PvP myself. Especially with I'd love to, PvP with Stein. We'll just, we'll send pictures.
I can't
And
I can't make it.
You don't have enough, or you can't fly to
he doesn't
the
have
sky.
enough. He doesn't have
I-
enough metal. Yeah,
I don't
it's all right.
I don't have enough internet speed to cross swords with you in the metaverse.
Okay, it's too many
Well,
gigabytes.
we might have to take that to a different metaverse. I don't know if Cornucopia is going to allow that.
No, they would.
Oh no.
And that
yeah,
actually, you know what?
see,
You bring a good point up there, Fryler. Now, one of the things I love so much about cornucopias is the friendliness and the I'm not very good at using big words. I'm a rapper, but I'm terrible with words. I
yeah,
like the
friendliness,
niceness,
that was a big word there, friendliness.
friendliness. Yeah.
Friendliness.
I like how everyone is it's family friendly. Everyone is kind, everyone's nice. We're gonna have assholes. They come. They're in every industry and every project and everything. There's people who are
we
gonna
call
be
them mother fudders.
mother fudders. But mainly like what how do I phrase this? They're gonna be like one of the things I like about cornucopias is we don't like like vicious swearing and stuff like that. I like that, okay, because it's clean. The game is gonna be for everyone from young to old, from 5 till Stein, and and you didn't get that one. Sorry, I was like,
I was
come
just
on,
trying
now,
not to laugh.
Stein's
at
the
him.
old
I
one.
just-
Jesus.
Stein is the level of old. What are you
I'm
talking about?
not that old, man.
I know, man.
You
This
know?
is why
I
I'm
don't
pulling
even
on
use
your
my
nipple,
walker with
because
both
you ain't
hands
that
yet.
old.
My
If you
walker
was,
I only use
it's
with
kind
one
of like
hand.
going up to a fat person and saying you're fat. You can't say that because that's
You can't
mean,
say
'cause-
people are fat anymore. What's
No,
wrong
I know.
with you?
I'm just giving you an example, bruh.
Well,
But if
you know.
somebody
I couldn't call you
isn't,
old if you were old.
yeah, that's
Come
what
on.
I'm trying to say. If you were old, I wouldn't call you old.
Well, I just want to throw it in there.
Go back to your art gallery, stare at some art, and get your emotions back in check. Come on.
If you were on a whole food plant-based diet, you couldn't be
Get
fat.
your emotions back in check, Stein, and go look at some art and come back. All right. Anyway,
Oh,
my point is right. How do you think do you think it's gonna be a little bit like the metaverse is still kind of a newish thing? Do you think it's gonna be a bit of a Wild West? How do you think we're gonna be able to moderate that? Do you think we will be able to moderate that? The people who are wanting to do dirtier things,
Oh.
yeah, exactly. This
I
intrigues
mean,
you.
I think that there's going to be engineering that the game can do, obviously, like not drawing dicks on people. So then you just don't have that to play with. Right? You
Drawing
can't go
dicks
out and
on
harass
people.
people
What
sexually
the-
with it.
Yeah, because that's
but
a
what's
real
gonna
thing
stop
that
people
happens.
People
That does
have
happen.
already started harassing in the metaverse, though, right? Because they'll like follow and breathe on you everywhere you go and not let you get away. And I guess it's uncomfortable for some people. So I think you raise a valid point. I'd be interested to see what they're going to do, because the Cornucopias Discord obviously is fostering that same family-friendly environment. So it'll be interesting in the game. I like it just as much as you. I think it's really great for the Discord because I want everyone to be comfortable. I want everyone to feel like this is a safe place. Unfortunately for me, my vernacular, I curse a lot in real life. So when it comes to streaming the game in the future, I'm going to have a really hard time.
That. Oh, man.
I'm going to have a hard time keeping it clean. But I enjoy talking like that. I enjoy when people talk to me like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love it.
But some people don't.
I can't go along without swearing. It's just
I don't think so, man. We talk quite often. I don't really hear you cuss that much.
No, I don't.
You're not really a sailor level.
I did send Se7en a text yesterday about my cat.
Yeah, but that was just criminal.
Well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. I guess I had voice to text activated.
Say that.
And my cat was waking me up. I'm like, get the fuck off me. Get the fuck off. Get the fuck off me. All right, I'm getting the fuck up. That's what I said to my cat. And when I looked at my phone, it was like, when the hell did I say this? So it was.
I had a moment like that. I was watching back a YouTube video I'd been recording, and I'd been having a time with it. Stuff just kept coming up, and I was re-recording, and I was already stressed and just not feeling it anymore, but I was trying to drive through, and I was giving it one more go, and my cat just lit me up in the background, and I was like, would you shut up? And I watched it back, I'm like, I am evil. That's what my cat sees.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard, man. It is hard.
I don't know.
I don't always do that to my cat.
My
Stein on her for a second.
I don't know. I guess we're all cat people and animal people here, but my cat is the god of the house, so I can yell at it all I want, but it doesn't give a shit.
Oh yeah, cats run the house.
Shit.
Absolutely.
Right? Go.
Yeah, but you got dogs as well, right, Fryler? You got 2 dogs.
Yeah.
You got 2 or 3? Was it 2 or 3?
I got 2 dogs, 2 Rottweilers.
Rottweilers, yeah, man, they're gorgeous. I've seen them. They are really gorgeous, man. You got to think about getting any more, or you've had your fill now?
Yeah, dude. One day when I have room, I'd love to. One thing I'd like to do when I just have time, I don't want to do it for money. I would love to breed Rottweilers. Just bring people happiness. They're such a great dog. They're an amazing breed.
You got to be careful breeding with Rottweilers.
Oh, trust me, I know. Absolutely. I've looked into it for a long time. I would take it very seriously, and I'm not trying to run
it'd be a business, so you take it seriously. But now, one of the questions, because I've been talking to the wife about this, I met a dog once, many years ago, in a strange land. Now, I met a dog once, and it was his name was Bear, and he was a French bulldog. Bruh, this thing gave me the happiness like no other creature ever has, humans included. The way it would look at you and but I feel now the question I have for you is, the wife doesn't want to get one because they were notoriously bred for, like, they bred bad, right? So they got the breathing issues, right? And she doesn't want to support that, and I get that. But then again, I'm just going based on what you said. They bring you happiness, like, and they're already alive. I'm not putting 2 dogs together in Stein's dome and saying, "Hey, go at it, make me a puppy."
Well, that's what I was saying about Fryler breeding with Rottweilers. I think it's not a good idea.
What? Why?
I think there's laws against it. Isn't there?
They're healthy. No, they're. What do you mean?
Isn't there laws?
You got to be careful with your genetics. Rottweilers are a great breed.
No, but I mean, animals and humans breeding together is not natural.
What?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna do what I want with my dogs, and if we have then nature will.
Damn right. Why don't you go breed that?
Fryler said he wants to breed with Rottweilers, and I don't understand. What are we talking about?
Huh? We're talking about breeding Rotties, but anyway, man, what's wrong with you? I think if you're gonna bring happiness to people, and it's all do what you gotta do.
What do you think about shelter dogs?
I would say 100%, man. I agree with you. I think it's sad that we bred them to that point, because it's terribly sad when it does collapse and you got to watch your dog choke to death. You know what I mean? Sorry to take it there. It does suck, but the dog is still living, right? So if you go out and you see this dog and you want him and you're going to give him a great life for the time that he's alive and he's going to better your life, then do it. Do whatever it takes to convince your girlfriend. I'm incredibly biased. I have a very strong connection with dogs, with my dogs in particular. I have a hard time connecting with people, but I connect very well with dogs.
Yeah, bro.
Like
no,
said,
I think men should. I think men should have a dog. I think a man should have a dog. A man, and it's the whole thing of a man's best friend. Men should have dogs, I
I got a
think.
cat, man. It's
I
all
mean,
I
women can have
handle.
dogs. So I'm not being sexist or anything. I'm
You
just
could
saying, for
connect with the
me,
cat.
speaking from a man's point of view, a man, you know, I feel more connected within myself because I've always had dogs myself. I've only now had cats because I married a cat woman. But like I've always been a
Halle
dog
Berry?
person. Oh man, ooh, don't even go there.
Cat
Meow.
woman?
That's why I say to Halle Berry. I ain't seen her recently, but dang, back in the day, yeah, she was.
She's still
haven't
good
seen her. She
looking,
look-
right?
I bet she is, man.
Right? She got
That
that
thing
beautiful
doesn't
brown skin.
change.
She ain't gonna get old. She's just gonna.
Well, now she won't really get to that Stein level of things. She'll get
Oh man.
you
Come
know this is gonna be a
man.
running thing now. You know this, right?
Well, that's okay, man, because I don't feel my age. You know, I'm 78 years old, and I don't look too bad for my
He
age.
flipped it on you. That was
Yeah.
good.
I won't look too
Now
bad
he
for
looks
being
young as shit.
78. You know?
I know you look so young, Stein.
You
That's
look
what
so
I
good
would
for
have
your
guessed
age.
70, bro. You look
God
good.
damn.
Yo, I like that. I would have guessed 72, man. You
You are
really
the
looking
fucking-
good for your age.
Yeah, man. You look good for 75. Oh, fuck you, man. God
Oh, that's
damn.
good. That was a good one, man. But yeah, I mean that's another thing, because we're gonna have pets in cornucopias, right? So I'm interested to see what kind of pets we can have.
Bro, I've dropped at every occasion I can that I want real breeds in the game, and specifically Rottweilers. I will lose my shit if they put a Rottweiler in this game. They're talking about letting it fly around in our car with us. Like, I'm just gonna drive around 8 hours a day with my virtual Rottweiler. Start ignoring my real ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, but I'm
The
pumped
damn
for the
dog's
pets.
still on the
Probably
floor, but that's
more
all
than a
right.
man should be.
Sounds like you got a farm going on over there. What's happening?
Yes, he makes weird sounds when he wrestles. I got the puppy, right? So now
Yeah.
my big one wrestles with the puppy, and he just open mouth pins her to the ground and just
Oh, that's
maws her
sweet.
all day long.
That's
Straight
sweet.
up fight.
That's what Se7en
Well-
did when he met his wife.
Just maud her.
You stay there.
Great
You come home
wife.
with me now. Yeah. She ain't been able to leave yet, so she all right.
She-
Question, Steiny. So this is obviously our first one.
Yeah.
We've been at this for maybe what, an hour? How long
We've been at
this
it for 1 hour, so yeah, that's
So-
about the length of our show, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, I mean, just for me, that's okay. It's all right. Puppies, dogs bark. That's what they do, right?
He's not gonna stop if I let him.
That's okay. I get you. But hey, Fryler, it's been great to talk to you today, man. It's been
Yeah,
great
man.
to have you on the show, man.
We'll put
Our
all the
first-
links in the show notes down for Fryler and Scruffy and all these people.
Absolutely, man.
Oh,
It was a huge honor being here for the first episode. I really appreciate you guys
It
having
was,
me on.
it was really good having you here, man. So
man. Yeah.
I'm gonna run our little outro.
Hoo-dee-hoo.
All right, sweet.
And,
Do you want to say goodbye?
we'll see you again on the next one. Peace out from 2 Weak Links. I'm Stein.
Yeah.
I'm 7.
All right. We'll take it easy now.